Hi, I'm Michael Allison. I'm the Commercial Director at Roma Finance. Welcome to another episode of Roma Talks, where we meet people from across the property industry and, more importantly, colleagues from the Roma Finance company as well, who help make us tick. And I'm delighted to be joined today by our People Director, Amy Shaw. Hello, Amy.
Hello, thank you for having me.
No, absolutely. Well, listen, thanks for volunteering as well. I think it's always tough to get people to come on and talk about themselves, but listen, thanks for putting yourself out there. I think before we do anything, obviously people director it's a key part of our business, but how did you get into the world of people in HR?
Probably by accident. I think a lot of people tend to stumble into HR by accident, but I'd moved to London with my other half, no job, applied for every job I could, ended up working at an amazing company called Arabs, an engineering consultancy, did finance and HR together. Realised I was useless with numbers. Yeah, don't tell Scott. Yeah, so I wasn't useless. I just didn't enjoy it as much as the people. I really enjoyed working with people, helping solve issues, the whole people element I really enjoyed and leaned towards. And it just came a point where I got offered a role within the HR function in London. So yes, I took it up, and that's how my HR journey started.
So HR is, I always think it's a vocation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a profession, and it's got CIPD chartership, so there's really good study path towards it. You can bring apprentices on. It's a great path. Lots of different opportunities you can do, learning and development, recruitment. So yeah, there's different arms to it.
So what really attracted you to it? What was it that I guess lit that fire for you because you've obviously had a really successful career.
I'm really nosy.
You are, yeah.
I am, but I love learning, and I love learning from other people. So having worked in Arabs, you're working with really clever engineers. Then I moved over to work in construction. Again, amazing opportunity, brilliant people, working on construction sites, learning their issues as well. So everybody kind of comes to work to do a job, but it's such a big part of our life. And what I love about it is trying to help people make it really great place to work, a great environment. And for me, it's myself, or if there's a team, to really challenge, help a company build that working environment, because there's nothing worse than going to work and coming home and not enjoying it and having issues. So that's part of the role. It's from recruitment, onboarding, to the induction, to development. Even when, people retire or leave, you're there to support them and make sure that that whole journey is, a positive one.
So it really does go right across that working life cycle. Yeah. I mean, it was interesting what you said there, and something I agree with. Sometimes when you come to work, it's the only place you can be yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
At home, you're either the mum, the dad, the husband, the wife, or the partner. And then when you're at work, it's the only time when you're referred to, I guess, by your own name sometimes.
Yeah, and the two do mix. So, I've got two boys, and I've always been a working mum since day one, and I want them to be proud of what I do. So they often talk to me about, where do I work? Who do I work for? My oldest is also really nosy. So he's kind of like, oh, what did you do today at work? And he's kind of thinking about the world of business as well. So I think, it's making sure what I do, I enjoy it, so that I'm a great role model for them. And if the challenges that I bring home don't, the two do mix. They can't not. So it's really important that you do enjoy what you do.
So what are your principles? What are your values when it comes to people?
It's courage. I try and work with people to have courage, to have a voice, to speak up. But also, if they can't, then how can we help them? I care. So I think caring is really important. And being kind. I like being creative as well. So I think an opportunity for people to thrive and develop, and also have fun. So fun's a huge one for me in terms of just enjoy what we do, but the companies I work for or the people I'm around that enjoy, just having fun. So if I'm enjoying it and having fun, and I think someone says to me the other day, well, what does that actually mean? It's different for everyone. So everywhere I've worked is different, but just having fun.
So having fun in a room full of engineers or a room full of finance professionals, you must do really well at trying to find the fun in something.
Yeah. I think it's really important for people, and it's different for everybody. So I wouldn't go into a one team and say, right, come on, let's go and do a big social, because you get some people going, oh, that's the last thing I want to do right now is go out. But actually just stopping and talking, asking what they did the weekend, getting to know people as well. I think you have to really understand what's going on in other people's worlds, and don't just assume things. So the fun bit can also just be understanding what they do, understanding what they did the weekend. If they've got a dog, that's really important to them. We talked about bringing the dog into work days and
Did we?
getting to know people. I really encourage everyone. I think there was the one organisation used to say, getting to know people. They used to have like a talent management sessions, but that is actually the crux of it, is what's going on in your world, what's going on in mine. I'm honest and I tell people what is going on. Sharing.
I suppose there's a real big push. Every company seems to have a set of values or something that sits in a ring binder or something. How important do you think values are in business and authenticity around that?
I think you have to have a set of values that you live and breathe. So a lot of companies will have values. A lot of companies spend a lot of time trying to figure out what is our values. They put them on the walls, they put them in documents. But it's actually making sure if you stop someone in the organisation and said to them, what's the company values? They don't sit there going, I haven't got a clue. Because actually then they're not living and breathing them. Keeping them simple, not 7 or 8 listed that mean nothing to people. But actually really align them to what you believe the company is. Because actually if the two don't match, then it doesn't work. And that's when you stop and go, okay, we've got a bit of an issue here. Values don't always, they sometimes can be similar as well. So, you've got caring and kind, they're very similar. So you want to align. So where I work, I align myself to the company values as well and make sure that we're living and breathing the same kind of journey. But yeah, they're really important. They just can't be a tick box. They have to be something that the employees know what they are. Do they believe in them as well? You've got to check in.
They've also got to be referenced as part of the recruitment, haven't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes in recruitment, it's a feeling out process. And I think I always like to think that as a company, we should almost be being interviewed by the candidate as well, and it's finding that synergy, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can use part of the recruitment process to ask questions that fit into those values. A bit like if you do, career development conversations or any conversations, they could be at the back of the mind when the managers are talking, what are the values, do they fit in? Projects that we do they fit into those values? And if not, why are we doing them? So are they part of that journey, the objectives?
So why Roma?
Why Roma? You like to have fun. I think there was a real synergy between the property world. There's a similarity between everything I've done so far in terms of engineering to the construction. And then obviously you're in property. So I think when I met Scott, he told me about his founding story. I was really interested in that. Your journey as well, in terms of where you've come from, where you're going to. I think it's great. The employees are brilliant as well. The team, I really enjoy working with the team, I think. I talked about it yesterday. We did Tough Mudder this year. It was totally out of my comfort zone. I would never have done that. Nobody in my family could believe I was doing Tough Mudder. They were like, why are you doing Tough Mudder? And I would never have done it before. But it's such a great group. I was totally out of my comfort zone, rocked up. People a lot younger than me, a lot fitter than me. But actually, they were just so great. And as a team, we bonded. And there was that social connectivity piece that actually really came through. And, everyone always listens as well. So the leadership team I really enjoy working with. We challenge each other. There's that opportunity, but there's also a real want to care for the people and know that actually that it's that give and the get. So, what can we all learn from each other? And I think Roma is open to that journey as well. So I have to genuinely sit opposite a company. I know it's not, again, I say tip box, but they generally care about people and want to make a difference.
So what's next for people and the people plan for Roma?
Yes, I think as it continues with the strategy, you have to pause and reflect, make sure what we're doing is in line with the business kind of objectives as well. So a couple of things we're going to be looking at is around the performance, continue around development, and also about kind of recruiting the right people. So I think, we're looking at bringing a professional services department in, but also looking at succession planning as well and just making sure everything's in place for that as we go along. Continue to look at committees. The committees do amazing work, environmental, social. I'm going to get more environmental, social, ED&I committee, and then the engagement committee. It's all employee-led. I work with them, but they drive it. They do the initiatives. It's been an amazing year, some of the things we've achieved. So that'll continue, again, driving initiatives, making sure that what people care about is included as well.
Absolutely. I think, when you look at Roma as a lender, a lot of the stuff that we talk about is obviously completed projects or growth, etc. But it's the people that really do drive that growth and drive that success and feedback. But to do that, we do need to have people plan to attract and retain the best talent and let them be the best that they can. And I think the work that you and the team do is exemplary for that. So
Everyone has potential, so it's just helping them unlock that potential. Roma do wellbeing incredibly well. I'm really passionate about wellbeing, always have been, but it's really nice to work alongside people that care about it as well, and come up with new ideas. And I learn as much from the team as they do from me. So yeah, continue to unlock potential and continue on that wellbeing journey as well.
Brilliant. Well, Amy, thanks very much for sharing all the plans with us. And as part of the Roma team, obviously the benefit comes to me as the individual as well, and I'm thankful for that. So, and thanks very much for joining us this week. Thank you.